So you put in the new evaporator, screw it all in, with the camera and angles and trying to get it in. And then he pays you, and then what happens?
So the park said, what I let him know is that when that came I said the thermostat to a specific temperature we run the degrees. And I
Was it hotter than that in there?
just said, hey, and I noticed that it's not coming down. So I know, I mean, I said down to maybe 70. The temperature is not coming down. So we took after got away to take some out for the whole place to cool down. And as a matter of fact, to contact the next day. So I said, okay. I communicated with the next day, let them know that the thermostat was still set the same 70 degrees, but the temperature still did not come down. And it was night, I was saying it's hot outside for me. I couldn't because it got hot overnight. So I expressed my concern about that. I believe I reached out to him again to find out and said, look, the second day, but the thermostat was still, the temperature was not matching the thermostat. So I only like the thermostat when I put on down so that it can go and get the temperature out like it did too. And then it shuts
And then
off.
it shuts off automatically.
And unfortunately, it had not done that for several days.
So it's just running, and it's not cool. So what do?
Well, so after that, then I believe it had been a couple of weeks because when this had happened, I had a trip to go out of town. So I left town for about a week or so, came back and noticed it was still the same issue. I contacted him again, so this is by July now. I contacted Mr. Comic again to say, hey, we still have the same issue. What can we do? He let me know he's going to send a guy out. So one of his technicians came out. They saw the unit. They ended up getting up on the roof. They got a chance to see the outside unit. They determined that there was some Freon that was the problem that was missing, so they added Freon. Then they also went inside and they did some adjustment to, I guess, what they call boosting the motor or boosting the system so they could blow harder. So the unit got cold. My main concern was that I never really complained about it being cold. I just complained that my unit was not shutting off in automatic. I had no idea why I was not doing that.
Okay.
So after the guy left, yes, it was colder, but I texted him again two days following. My unit still was not shutting off, even on auto, and I had no idea why.
Okay.
He didn't know why, but that was the last time I saw him, probably until.
Wait, did you ask him to come back and take a look at it?
Well, I was asking, why is this going on?
And what did he say?
Did not have an answer for it. He just said they wanted to just take, this is the summertime and it's hot, so this is what normally happens. That still seems strange to me.
How much later did you call him again?
I had the text correspondence.
There's a big chunk of missing time, like where you have no, how long is that time?
Between the first visit and the second visit, it was probably about 2 weeks, and that was, like I said, because I was out of town. After that, I did not hear back from him.
In July, the last time you spoke to him was when?
July 22nd.
July 22nd, who reaches out to who?
I reached out to him. I texted him several times. Said, hey, I heard the thermostat. Room temperature won't go below 80 degrees. I set it to 71 at around 8:30 last night. Woke up 8 a.m. It was still 81 degrees.
And what's he say to you?
No response.
Okay, hold
Next
on.
time I reached out to him was because I got communication. I got a call and an email from Florida Power and Light to let me know my energy bill was way above normal. And they showed me the bill was $677 during that billing cycle. So I had texted him on August 3rd.
What is it normally?
My bill has never been above $110.
Wow.
It's a 2-bedroom condo.
No, I know, but the FPL's, pumped its rates up too.
I
But
don't think they're pumping up that much though.
so he comes back in, and what does he do? What did FPL come in and do? Did you ask FPL to come on in and do? All right.
So they-
When does FPL do that?
They do a survey. I believe they had a person come out. They actually scheduled for August 7th.
Okay, so on August 7th, FPL comes out there and they give you their report when?
That same day.
That same day, and they tell you what?
The gentleman sent an email. I actually have an email. I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you. It
Yeah.
says that FPL hosts the information right now. It says 2.5-ton AC with heat strip running at the same time as the AC pulling over 7,000 watts. Advised to repair or disconnect the heat strips, and the air handler also AC is not cooling properly and may need Freon as well.
So do you communicate this to the defendant?
I shared all this information. I shared the email. I shared the email that came from the FPL staff member.
Okay.
With him. I
So-
also shared with him.
So he comes back to the condo,
Yes.
and what's he do?
Well, he said, I believe he ended up dismantling the heat strips. He said,
Okay, what are the heat strips? Talk to me about that.
The heat strips is located in the upper portion of the air handler unit, and basically, whenever you call for heat, you turn to heat. The heat strips come on, and the blower blows off the heat from the heat strips.
Okay, and he says you disconnected the heat strips because they were malfunctioning according to FPL. Is there anything you guys could have done when you were doing the repair that would have caused the heat strips to malfunction?
No, it's not. It's not.
Here's where the problem lies, and here's what he's so upset about. You ended up getting a document from FPL. Can I see that document? That tells you when your costs went up day by day, right?
yes.
So basically, we've got this happening, okay? And this starts on the day you get there, and this ends when he hears from FPL. We've got this crazy thing going on here. So that's his evidence, Judge. I can't prove it. I'm not an AC guy, but for the love of God, look at the evidence. The evidence shows that on the day they leave, this starts happening. Has to be something they did. Convince me that this shouldn't convince me.
I want to convince you by telling you the same time, whatever damaged your motor, whether it's a power surge or something, it also damaged the heat strip. So when we replaced the motor, that's when he started to using it again. Because when we got there, the unit was off the entire time. So when the unit was fixed is when the unit started to be used again. So, and that was within that time span.
Okay, so then what say you to what I imagine he'd say next, which is, well, you're the expert. Why didn't you, when I asked you to come evaluate my AC, why didn't you notice that this wasn't working?
Because normally this is not the first time I've dealt with this situation plenty of times. And what happens is that the customer will call me and say, listen, FPL gave me a call and told me there's an increase in my light bill. Can you please come out and assess the AC unit? Or they said that it might be the heater that's the problem. Can you please tell me what I need to do? And at that point I go out and then I check out the heater and I'll let them know, yes, we do have a problem with the heater.
When you went over there, was the heater running?
I did not check the heater.
You just disconnected the heat strips. Now, you had the heat strips reconnected by a different company, right? What was wrong with the heat strips?
The gentleman, I couldn't tell you specifically. Listen, this is not my wheelhouse, so I just know that the gentleman.
You want this door?
spent about 2
All right.
hours,
Thank you again, Dennis,
in
for
the
riding with
unit
Uber.
and just reconnected it. And
Right.
now-
And,
It's
and
open.
on his bill, what it says is, I have
Stacey.
no idea what went wrong because these are working fine. Bizarre, right?